Welcome once more to the DreamHack Pro Circuit, where we just watched TSM finding a way to get a victory over that of the Chiefs. But we are not done here with Groups A and B, as we are nearing what is going to be a close of the halfway mark on day number 1. And it is going to be between Bolsend and Lotus. Hello, I'm your host, Wade Judnott Penfold, and of course, as always, with me here at the desk, I've got myself Randy. I was not going to do that.
Please.
Okay, this is just Gibbs.
Thank you.
But over there, it's Isaac.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, there
Why
we
don't
go.
you like it?
Because it's redundant.
Because, it's like my last name. It just doesn't sound as good as
You're right.
Isaac Turtle App.
Oh, so
sounds
you're
so
gonna compliment me now.
Yeah.
After roasting me about my predictions.
Hey, just stop being right.
Okay,
please.
sorry.
Yeah, quit being right.
It won't be for that long.
Great for you, because I've got a curveball to throw in the prediction calculator. Right here, a little bit of one here between Bolsend and Lotus. Lotus being a bit more of a, I can't help but feel like a renowned name within the Rocket League scene compared to that of Bolsend. So what am I looking at?
All right.
What is the Bolsend story here?
So the cool thing was there's only one qualifier for South America for this DreamHack. It was the only qualifier they had. Lotus, they take it, and in surprising fashion, they were the 4th best team throughout the RLCS, and then Low-Key Esports. They had a player named Renan at the World Championships.
Yeah.
Low-Key didn't look that good, and honestly, I thought it was partially because of Renan. So they kicked him. There was a lot of goals that were like, oh, they finally have an opportunity, but Renan's the one that has to shoot it, and he missed a lot of open nets. So they kick him, and what does he do? Well, he takes down his former team. He also takes down INTZ, and now Lotus is here.
And South America, just as a region in general, a lot of people probably underrate it because we haven't seen too much of them, but it's crazy to see the mechanics that they have, because the first goal, speaking of the World Championship, the first goal that South America scored was literally a mind game against Cloud9. If that doesn't make a statement for what kind of mechanics and potential they can bring to the table, then I don't know what does.
And I want to keep going here on South America and the impact that they've had, but we're going to go ahead and quickly bring up the groups to bring on some context here of what we've gotten so far.
So, of course, the groups work. If you have 2 wins, you are through to day number 2, and then everything resets. And if you have 2 losses, well, you are out of the tournament. So the Chiefs, they're out. Paradox, the old Splice roster, playing with Mystic, they are also out. 1NE, they're down there as well. And, of course, Team Afterthought, who lost to Lotus earlier, they are done. And they were one of those dark horses that we thought about. But speaking of dark horses, GC Aura, they go 2-0.
Making a huge run. Mao's also dropping the game, like you said. It was a reverse sweep from GC Aura against Mao's. What a performance so far, like you said, the dark horse. But we haven't seen so many familiar names as well. Cloud9, G2, Barcelona, Vitality, all of these top-tier names. I could just list them all day still. We have not seen, and I can't wait.
I actually hadn't noticed that there is like the almost final bosses of Group C and D still waiting on the day here. So it'll be really interesting. And again, once we conclude here over the series, that we will be getting to the starting point of both Group C and D. So we know Bolsend and we know Lotus here, but what about when it comes to overall skill level? Like, what is the gauge that we can have? Again, with South America not having the most competition to be able to look and study, what do you expect for that versus Bolsend?
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty interesting because Bolsend, they played in WGN just 2 weeks ago to get the automatic spot here. And they were not supposed to win that tournament either. There was a lot of teams that were more rival series hopefuls, like Plot Twist, that was supposed to take that win. But Bolsend, that's another surprise team that made it here. So both of these guys, rather surprising. It's hard to tell exactly where Bolsend lines up with Lotus, because obviously we've only seen South America play against the world's best, so we just don't know.
I mean, Bolsend does have some experience. They have Dino, who played on Afterthought in Season 7 of the Rival Series, so they have some experience, but then when you compare that to the Lotus experience of, having Renan, who played at the World Championship, the pressure should be a lot less. Just getting that first game, that first series, in so much pressure off of your shoulders and out of, into your history, I guess, and keep going forward. That's everything. I think Lotus do have the upper hand here with experience.
I would agree, too, because Lotus, they 3-0'd Afterthought, a team that honestly is one of the favorites to come out of the Rival Series to go to the promotion tournament. So that is huge for them. But Bolsend, again, they've been a dark horse before. They were a dark horse at WGN, but they got that win. So they are here, and they weren't even supposed to be here, so they're probably just playing for fun as well.
That's what I'm saying, and then the experience as well from WGN. They're coming in here confident. It's pretty much back-to-back for them right now. Coming in with experience, Dino as well, going to be proving himself, and I'm excited because this is going to be really close in terms of skill. I can't really differentiate who has the upper hand.
And plus, because we don't know if Lotus is that top South American team. They were the top team for one weekend, right? But they were the 4th best before that, and a lot of people don't think that Renan was like he was the problem on low-key, so we just don't know. Calm is, he's supposed to be that kind of player like a Flakes, like obviously not up to that level, but that star player on Bolsend to try and get the goals.
And even coming in with a coach here, not something that you typically see for people not with massive organizations and things of the like. So super respect here to them.
Yeah, they got that paid trip, so like, hey, let's bring a fourth, right? And now he can be up there just hyping them up, and nothing to lose for them. And on the other side, I feel like Lotus, there is something to lose, right?
I love their logo.
They're the only South American team here. They want to make day 2, right? Because like we have these comparisons, them to OCE, and a lot of people thought that South America played better than OCE at the World Championship.
Yeah.
We didn't see those games. And again, we're going to compare these 2 regions. They are the 2 smaller regions in the RLCS. Yeah. We just saw the Chiefs. They're out on day 1. What if Lotus makes day 2?
And the pressure it has to represent an entire region, just like we saw with 1NE that he was saying it missed, I think it was, so saying how nervous he was because it's a lot of pressure, and they have this on them right now. Lotus trying to put South America back again on the map and taking some series off of all these teams that we're so known to.
Plus, we've seen that South America, that there was a big 4 there, right? But Lotus was dead last. So those other 9 guys, they desperately wanted to be here. So Lotus doesn't want to squander this opportunity. Yeah. They want to take this and try and play as long as possible.
I find it super fascinating that there can be so much pressure to those teams representing those regions. And I think it makes a lot of sense that you would put that on yourself just naturally to some extent, right? Knowing that so few make it to these opportunities, then you have that. But I guess, you know, maybe it's ignorance, but my first instinct is when you look at the ceiling to their region, they are at the top, right? And that makes it easier for me to go and fail when I know my ceiling hasn't been tested to other regions. But constantly, the narrative here today has been that requires more pressure to these individuals. And I find that super interesting if any of you have more to shed on it, because that honestly is rather paradoxical to my entire understanding of the approach to where that pressure should come from.
Yeah, because like their main goal was probably to just get here, right? And
now they're happy.
But they are happy, but at the same time, it's like, but we could play longer and we can enjoy this experience even longer. So there's some pressure there. Plus, because they know that those 9 other guys that were major contenders,
huge,
they all want to be here so desperately, and they're going to be rooting for them as well. For now, until they play each other later, but like they want to win for them as well.
Yeah, it's all about. I mean, they made it out of the small gutter, but then they get up out of that, and then they kind of view themselves as like, I want to keep going. Why do I have to stop here? And if they're not being compared to everybody else on the same field, why does it matter? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a very good point that you have here. But now it is time to make that decision to see if they will be able to compete compared to the rest. Are they comparative here? Turtle, who do you think will walk away with this one?
I think Lotus are on fire. I'm gonna go with Lotus. They've been doing well. They 3-0'd, I believe it was, Afterthought. Super confident play for them. I'm always, and I have been impressed from the World Championship performance we saw. I'm going Lotus.
Actually, they 3-0'd Paradox. I'm sorry. Like Paradox. I said 3-0 to Afterthought before, but Paradox, that splice with Mystic, that's a very solid team. I'm going to go Lotus as well. Like, I do think that they got maybe a little bit too much praise at the World Championship because they did go 2-12.
Okay.
They did go 2-12. We were excited to see them there, but everyone's saying that they played amazing. They did go 2-12, but I do think South America has a really solid shot here, and they are the favorites. I think they make day 2.
I clearly don't have that much data on these teams, especially that of Bolson. I've watched the bits and pieces of Lotus and the representation of the region at an international level, but the one thing that has me going, calm and a smile. And number 2, when I heard Bolsend, I thought it was gonna be a bull. You know, maybe that's the middle of America in me coming out, but it's a bulldog. The bull send is a bulldog, and they have a whole chain theme like going on. I'm on the pupper side.
You're digging it.
Yeah, you know.
We talk about great logos, you know, both sides got it.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Lotus is just intimidating, dude.
When they hit it big, Who Let the Dogs Out is their theme song. It's the Bolsen, man.
Maybe you should be their manager. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? You know, I'm pretty cheap, Bolsen, so let me...
You should be back there behind them. There you go.
Yeah, okay, let's be real here. I am not skilled enough to give any influence when it comes to the world of Rocket League, but 2 men that I know are skilled enough to give that information. It is going to be our commentary crew, and it is none other than James Bott and Achieves.
Thank you, Dredd. And Achieves, what's your reaction to that?
We've already seen Gibbs try and stand behind a team and try and coach them, and they lost. So Dredd, don't follow him. You don't want to do that.
That's a path you don't want to go down.
But yeah, I think I'm very excited to see Lotus play because we've actually seen 2 of the players before. Like he was talking about on the desk, you saw Renan at the World Championship. We saw Firefox actually played at WSOE.
Yeah.
Haberkamper is the only one on this squad that we haven't got to see yet. But Haberkamper has a bit of a reputation. He's been a top dog in the South American scene for a long time. So I'm excited to get him finally get a chance here on an international stage.
Absolutely. So this it's going to be an interesting matchup against the WGN champs. these guys, getting a spot here guaranteed because of that WGN tournament that they won. And Com, he's a player that, if you've been following the one scene in Rocket League, he has kind of been blowing up. He's a guy who has put on insane displays of skill. Com, he's got every trick that you can have in Rocket League in his back pocket. So watch out for him on the attack. He's a threat.
Well, I'm definitely excited to finally get a chance to see some more of the South American region, of course. But it is always exciting to see these teams like Bolsen that, you never really expect to make it through onto a big stage in a place like DreamHack. And to see a player like Com have a chance in that environment is definitely something to be excited about. And they did beat a couple of tough teams to get here out in that WGN tournament. Like Gibbs said, they weren't exactly expected to win and get that spot. So keep the momentum going,
Absolutely, but this is what it's coming down to. No lives left. The winner of this series will be moving on to day 2 of DreamHack Montreal. Firefox almost getting that kickoff to his buddy Renan. Renan using up all his boost to try to get that shot on target. Com off the ceiling. He'll just leave it and retreat back. Dino. Center ball from Habercamper. Renan off the backboard, misses his follow-up. Firefox back to the corner. Com dribbling it up the wall, low on boost, flicks it by one player.
Habercamper's having a bit of control issues. He's kind of stopped and started many times. Everybody sort of hesitating here, and we'll see what everybody decides to do. And there is indeed the pause, unsurprising. So I definitely seemed immediately off the kickoff, everyone kind of like, hang on, are we playing this? We not playing this?
And just looking at the cams, it looks like Com asking for assistance there. It looked like he might have been having some controller issues or something. Well, that is my speculation.
We will get some clarification on that in due time, hopefully, but would not be surprised to see a restart here. But
nothing really happening so far. First minute of gameplay, or even just a reset from kickoff.
Or just reset from kickoff, yeah.
Either one would be fine.
But everybody just going to make sure everything is working as intended, because the last thing you want is to play your first game on stream and not have things work properly and start off in the hole in an important match.
So we're still waiting to see really our first glimpse of these guys going head to head. And we're just going to go ahead and restart from the beginning of the game. We'll reset the clock back to 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
We'll try this again.
And that's not the worst idea. Everyone really was a little bit stop and start in their own side, and they want a little bit of hype.
You can see Renan, trying to call for support. And we saw the Twitch pretty active when they were doing Twitch Plays Rocket League.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're half as active now.
So the full restart in effect, and we shall see how game 1 plays with everybody ready to go.
Firefox testing Com over to Stokely. Habercamper came in to challenge Dino with a long clear. Running up to the side, Dino's there. Ball cleared to the corner, Com. Now Habercamper downfield.
And Firefox is now stuck in his own box, so still everybody trying to figure out what is going on here. But Bolsen currently on their own half, finally. Everyone's got started.
And we see Com getting that boost in the corner, getting a long clear. Habercamper to the center. Stokely cuts it off. Firefox hits it to the sideline. Dino, the center ball just out of Com's reach, and Renan get the hit. On the other end, Renan follow up off the backboard. He misses. And now Dino in the corner. Habercamper. Center ball, nobody there. Stokely will pop that one up and long, chasing it down.
Yeah, Renan waiting behind there in case he wasn't able to get that challenge out across, but unfortunately, third man rotated out. Renan, great pressure, touch to the right side. Stokely to save, follow up a chance, passed into the middle. Beautiful setup for Lotus, and Firefox delivers.
And we saw Renan didn't get a strong shot there. Stokely going for the hit. You wonder if he should have just left that for whoever was in net to get the clear. They probably would have gotten a better hit. And then after the hit off the backboard, the immediate turnaround, setup, center ball, and that's all Lotus needed to do.
And we saw something very similar to that earlier today with
Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk and Express in the net.
So Bull Send falling behind. Lotus first on the board. Haberkamper downfield. Calm trying to cut that play off. It's going to bounce up. Stokely getting challenged by Firefox. Now Dino. Haberkamper hits it off the ceiling. Couldn't get the ground pinch either, so it's just bouncing. Brennan off the wall. Calm hits this to the corner, and he'll just leave.
He's been strapped for boost for a while now. He was really just applying pressure, just waiting for his teammates to really get set and come lend him some support so he could run off. And finally, they're on the attack here for Bull Send.
And Dino with 2 demos. And the pressure from the demos ultimately leads to this goal from Dino.
It really is the pressure from Dino right there. And Calm, excellent job staying behind the ball and tip it all off. Great bump on Firefox. Almost ended up putting him back into the save. But either way, a wonderfully placed ball for Bull Send and a beautiful equalizer, like you said, from Dino.
Yeah, Dino, he had 2 demos. And so they, just had the positional advantage. Now quickly off kickoff. Bull Send conceding a goal to Lotus.
Just pops right out to the side, and Dino really just doesn't get all of that ball. He's definitely going for the long clear, but just takes that slight hop off the side. And sometimes you run into that effect in the corner right when you're going around the edge. It doesn't really let you jump off, or you slightly mistime the ball, and sometimes that happens.
And Dino probably kicking himself after that play. Passing down into the middle. Brennan now. Long clear to the Bull Send corner. Calm attempting to pop it by, but he gets stopped. Stokely with his backup. Corner bounce denied by Haberkamper. Haberkamper, 0 boost in the tank. It's going to be downfield now. Dino over to Stokely. Stokely misses here. Calm's going to have to get back. Center ball. Firefox off the backboard.
Double tap.
Couldn't get the backboard read. The follow-up shot, that's going to be wide. Firefox with his shot off the crossbar and down. And Haberkamper has to retreat full field and this ball rolls back.
Really smart play from Haberkamper, though, actually. He could have popped that ball and kept it on the offensive third, but he knew if he did that, he was going to have a tough time following it up because he had no boost. So he let it just roll on by, took it all the way back to his own half to make sure his team would stay in command of the ball. Very smart play.
Also to let his teammates get back. He didn't want to be in a 2v1 situation. Bull Send struggling to make a few reads. We've seen them miss a few times so far. Dino getting beat. Stokely with the help. Out in front of net for Lotus. They pop it up to the midfield. Dino's there. Tries to drop it down for Calm, but the play was cut out.
Awkward spot here for Bull Send. They've got no speed and they're forced to use a lot of boost, but great challenge from Stokely. And actually Lotus had to back out and give them a little bit of space to work with. So one good challenge, and that's Bull Send. Some time on defense.
Now Haberkamper taking control. Chance for a counterattack. Calm has the ball. Going for the dribble. Fakes by 1. Haberkamper reads it, but Dino with the block. Ball bouncing out to the middle. Stokely, the shot, and it gets by Firefox, and we're all tied up.
And again, it's more pressure from Dino. Just wins the ball and immediately into the net to take people out. Firefox in a tough spot, just recovering off the net. Doesn't have a lot of time to size up where shots can go. And Stokely gets just enough, and with just enough power to get it past him before he can react.
And Dino even bumped one of the players in net. So Dino looking like a bruiser. Getting those demos, getting those bumps. It's always important to have a player on your team that's willing to get their hands dirty. Stokely going for the double tap. Ball bouncing out to Calm. He had 0 boost. Couldn't do much with it. Now on the other end, ball in Bull Send's corner. Calm trying to control it. Bounces back and they'll let it touch. We have overtime.
Really liked Bull Send's approach whenever they got out of their own half. Definitely trying to prioritize the boost game because it feels like Lotus a lot of the time has to give up some space just to make sure they have boost in the tank, and that gives Bull Send a lot of opportunities. Another great fake from Calm, and down into the middle, tough play, another bump in the net, and Bull Send, I mean, if it keeps working, keep doing it.
Absolutely, especially in overtime. Just need to get that one goal, and this one might be it. It is Firefox with the overtime winner.
Tough break here. Dino rotating to the net, started cutting into the corner, realized a shot was coming, and mechanical error. Couldn't make it to the shot, but Firefox definitely put the pressure on him, and it got to him. A beautiful end of the game for Lotus.
And that looked like a mechanical error, like you said, the Fields backflip, man. We saw the backflip right on the goal line, and Firefox shot a lot of power on it, taking advantage of that mistake. So Bull Send conceding game 1 to Lotus.
Really liked Bull Send's approach, but Lotus definitely, I feel, having plenty of pressure in their own right. 10 shots for them in this game, but I mean, you were absolutely right about Com. That guy's got some mechanical wizardry packed up and ready to go.
I mean, we saw him going for those flip resets, but what we didn't really see was Bull Send gelling that much. We saw some mechanical errors.
Yeah.
Even defensive errors. This one, Firefox taking advantage of the play there, and then Com not getting to this ball fast enough. You saw Dino backflipping there. He might have been out of boost anyway. If he was out of boost,
I mean, it wasn't going to make a difference.
It wouldn't have made a difference, yeah. But then getting hype. You see Habercamper there.
Absolutely. And again, he's the only guy that we really haven't got a chance to see out of anybody on Lotus.
And what do you think that logo is? It looks like... It looks like
a lot of like a Furby.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. An armless, legless Furby.
And I think Turtle's absolutely right. It is a bit intimidating. It's got the big stare eyes. It's like, what are you going to do?
Imagine putting on your shoe and one of those is in there. That'd be a nightmare.
I'd rather not.
Game 2. Dino going for the air dribble. Firefox got by him. A long clear from Renan. Habercamper in the middle. Com with a booming clear going towards net. Firefox knocks it aside. Renan up the wall. Com gets read by Renan. This ball up in the middle. Habercamper, light touch. Firefox follow-up. Ball launches to the side. Center ball from Firefox. Dino is there going for a dribble. Gets demoed. We see a double demo. That's the second time I've seen that today.
Does work out, though, for Bull Send. The challenge went back to their half, so they get the ball because Lotus having to wait back on their own half. And I really am curious to see if Bull Send keeps really focusing on making sure they control as much boost as possible to limit Lotus's chances.
And Lotus has been looking for those center balls. We haven't really seen that too much out of Bull Send just yet. Finally, we do see it. Com on the other end.
And again, they're driving across the net here, forcing Firefox into a bad spot because it's a race to the demo, and he has to try and dodge the player right behind him, so he can't make a good challenge on the ball that's going up the wall. And Bull Send just waiting on it, throws it right back in. Lotus caught all rotating to one side, can't follow it back the other way, and it's into the net.
And a smart pass from Stokely. He knew he had to get that out more towards the middle. If he tried to keep that too close to the wall, there was a player from Lotus who was denying that backboard or denying the wrap. So well-placed pass.
Tough ball. And Bull Send, again, will set up a tent here in the midfield.
Com taking his time. Pops over to Habercamper. Puts a strong hit towards the back. Dino misses. Just stays on the backboard. He'll try to hit this down. Dino and Com having to work together for this clear. Still stuck in their own half. Stokely takes a hit. Firefox jumping a little bit early for that, but he does put it down for Renan.
It was great recognition from Renan, knowing that his teammate was going to need help if they wanted to hang on to the ball. But the real question is, how long do they hang on to it? The answer, not long enough. Finally punched back onto the orange half. And Bull Send going to have to retreat here, and everybody should have a chance to reset.
And Com was cheating way downfield. Dino. Stokely beating out Renan. Dino with the skip pass. Driving backwards, Firefox.
He's just trying to figure out if he has to make a save. Some good communication from Lotus. Probably saying, don't worry, nobody's there. And now it's off the wall. Shot towards net top and saved by Bull Send.
And that was a close call. Bull Send having to defend the net there on a high shot. That one was going to sneak in underneath the crossbar. Well defended. Dino. Clearing it. Firefox picking up that full boost at mid and his back boost. Firefox going for the challenge. Com is out. Center ball. Dino was the only one there. Long clear. Renan Now off the backboard over to Com. Com center ball to Stokely. Stokely, the shot knocked away by Firefox.
That really is one of those decision-making problems that you can run into sometimes when you're caught too far forward. The ball gets pushed over your head. You know, which corner do you tap it to? Renan tried to cross the field, and he put it right into the waiting arms of Bullsend. And thankfully, Stokely couldn't find the back of the net, but still the lead for Bullsend. Time ticking away for Lotus.
Lotus trying their hand at attack once more. Stokely off the backboard will hit it downfield. Haberkamper to the side. Com wins the challenge versus Firefox. Back to the Lotus corner. Dino going for the shot. Saved by Haberkamper. Now Com accidentally double hitting that towards the ground. They'll give up possession. Dino to Stokely. Stokely shot towards net. Saved by Renan. Haberkamper back down to Firefox, who gets the clear. And now Com with some time.
Oh,
not the greatest hit, but Dino has his back.
Really does feel like Bullsend trying to do their best. Just they really don't want to make any mistakes. They don't want to push hard. A 1-goal lead is not much, but they beat everybody.
The speed from Com. And this is where the 1v1 skills come into play. The perfect catch into a flick. The speed to get it by the final defender. Haberkamper, he was racing back, but Stokely had the read. Even if he got contact, Stokely would have dunked that in.
Absolutely. Really was just phenomenal control by Com, like you said, out of the midfield. Well done to beat 2 defenders and give it to one man in the middle.
And that's one of the skills that 1v1 players, you know, shine with, is the flicks. You know,
the catch and the immediate flick.
The catch and the flick. But now on the other end, a chance for Haberkamper. He puts Lotus within 1.
Awesome shot here. Great challenge in the midfield from Haberkamper. Firefox now with his own speed. The first of the challenge. Recovery effort from Haberkamper. Wide open net. Bullsend get caught trying to push out of their own side. And now the lead back to 1.
So plenty of time left on the clock for Lotus to tie this up and force overtime. Firefox gets the double tap. It's by Stokely, and he'll push it downfield. Stokely will get full boost, however. He misses the ball.
Expecting that to roll.
Dino in a panic. Haberkamper centers it. Renan, he gets denied by Com. Firefox. Center ball, bounces once more. Com with the misread. Renan, the shot, and Lotus do it. They tie it up.
Bullsend crack under the late game pressure. Miss a couple of clears off the wall. Tough play for Com, but Stokely in the one-on-one. Too much of the net to defend. Can't choose. Renan goes behind him and into the net.
So Lotus getting that equalizer in the final seconds. See if they can hold off.
Oh, Com.
Gets the center.
Oh my goodness!
Stokely! The buzzer beater, and Bullsend take game 2.
Oh, you trade the late game goals. This one just pops off the wall. And again, Com able to set up a wonderful play for Bullsend, and they will tie up the series with a 0-second winner. What a way to go.
Talk about ending with a bang. Oh my.
Lotus, you know, you're feeling great. You get the 4-second equalizer. You're like, great, let's head into overtime, and oof.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone in the front row wearing a Bullsend t-shirt looking quite exasperated. That was quite a game. Quite an end. Yes. And if you're a Bullsend fan, yeah, talk about a roller coaster of emotion.
You're loving it. You're loving it. But a quality win, and definitely no shortage of effort from Com and Stokely. Those two guys scoring and assisting all 3 goals in Game 2.
So we're seeing Lotus on the attack can be deadly, but also Bullsend, there's just been a few times where they just struggle to make the read.
Yeah, that really has been their shortcoming. Lotus has definitely capitalized whenever Bullsend has not been able to make the play. But other than that, Bullsend's extreme focus on the boost control, and they really just focus on trying to make a good challenge. They're not trying to do too much. They're like, just make the touch, beat the guy, and someone will make a play.
But Com, I mean, you saw the flick, that beautiful catch into an instant flick.
That's the command. That's the perfect execution that is required.
The ball control. It's immense ball control. And now we're all tied up 1 apiece. Bullsend, had they lost that one, it would have been rough.
Especially after how Game 1 ended. You know, Bullsend was looking pretty solid headed into overtime, and then slipped away with a missed save from Dino.
So we'll see if Bullsend can clean it up. The passing play, a thing of beauty.
Pretty much off the kickoff. Great catch. Stokely again can't find a solid clear. Calm in the one-on-one. Pass to Renan and perfect placement. I mean, you're going to race that one all the way into the corner, and Renan gets it by the last man.
That was definitely a haymaker of a shot there, 78 miles per hour. But again, we've seen this happen a few times with Bullsend. They center the ball to the other team. Just need to slow it down a little bit. But Lotus, credit to them, they're taking advantage of every misstep.
Oh, Stokely with space and great recovery effort. Lotus actually backed off the ball a little bit, gave that 1v1 opportunity, but we're able to recover and make a nice stop.
Firefox. Hit that over. Calm. Stays with it, but he's dunked on by Firefox. Ball out into the middle. Chance for Haberkamper. The shot right into the center of the net. Lotus overpower Bullsend once again.
Just win the challenge, and again, the weak touch from Dino. That's the ball that's got to go all the way across to the safety of the corner. Any ball that's above your net like that, the most important thing is safety. You can't take the risk of trying to go for the pass, especially because Lotus was sitting right there for it. Yeah, he's trying to pass to his teammate, which is, for the most part, a good play. But it's when it escapes your mind for a moment, but they get it right back on the kickoff, so who cares, right?
And again, it's the bruiser Dino. Instead of trying to push this ball through into the middle, he goes for the demo on the goal line. He knows that a player has to be coming in to challenge, and he just plays the player.
I believe Gibbs said the immortal words, you don't always have to hit the ball.
You just got to hit somebody. Hopefully on the other team.
Hopefully, yes.
So despite the slow start from Bullsend, they're right back into this game. Conceded 2 early goals, but that demo play from Dino starting to ignite the Bullsend squad. Dino. Haberkamper. Dino with the block from Haberkamper's clear attempt. Brennan will have another chance.
And even just that block from Dino, mostly unintentional, but it gives extra time for Bullsend to make sure they're in position for the next play out of the midfield, and it's allowed them an extra chance on defense here.
And some good boost starving coming in from Bullsend. You can see Renan had to go all the way to the other end to get some boost. The shot saved on the goal line. Follow-up from Com. Now a chance for Stokely. He goes for the pass, but Dino wasn't expecting it. Now Com to the corner. Renan, clear attempt. Stokely there. This one bouncing all around like a pinball.
That was the big clear opportunity for Lotus. Unfortunately, it went off the ceiling, delayed the counterattack push, and now Bullsend again are just waiting in the midfield. They really got Lotus boxed in right now.
And talk about a boost drought. Bullsend prevented Lotus from getting anything in their tank for quite some time, but
finally
still Lotus held strong.
Oh, and even when they're out, they get demoed trying to go control the midfield boost, and now he just has to buy a ton of time, and Lotus again pushed out. The demo play is so important for Bullsend, and despite all that wonderful pressure, not able to find an equalizer. Well done to hang tough, Lotus.
Still not done. Com, center ball. But a good challenge from Renan. This will go back to Bullsend's corner. Gets the boost steal as well. Firefox gets it straight up. Now Dino with a long clear down the sideline. But Dino out of boost. Does manage to get one from Lotus's corner, but now the counterattack, bouncing shot off the crossbar.
Oh, Dino.
Demo from Dino, pass up to Dino, it gets through the shot, not enough on it, and a save from Firefox.
They get it back the other way. Stokely the first one to it. Dino setting up a beautiful scoring opportunity by demoing the man in position, but couldn't execute.
This guy's going for an executioner.
And he might get one, but first he has to have his teammates make a couple saves and bail him out, but Haberkamper down to Renan looking for help.
Now the center ball, Firefox!
Banger of a shot from Firefox. Haberkamper, nice job putting it away from the defense, and way to go get it, Renan. Just beat the man, smash it off the corner. Someone will be there, and Lotus with a 2-goal lead.
You know, talk about a devastating game for Bullsend. They have had so much pressure.
Yeah.
Lotus, with nothing in the tank, managed to keep Bullsend at bay, and then getting that goal right there. It's got to be tough for Bullsend. We'll see if they can answer back. A long clear going towards net, off the post. Com does get the clear to safety, but not out of danger yet. as this Lotus team still on the attack.
Some awkward balls for Bolson to handle right now. They're in kind of out of position, but actually Lotus allowing too much space and a long clear up to Dino.
Center ball off the backboard. Stokely, the shot blocked by Renan. 2 players jump for it. Pass over to Com, and Com threads the needle. Bolson within 1.
Great communication here from Bolson. They get the long clear because Lotus allowed space. Dino sees Com waiting on the opposite end of the box and says, put it where you want it. And top left corner, the lead's 1.
Perfectly timed shot there from Com. That pass from Dino bouncing just the second before Com makes contact, allowing him to get that power. And Bull Send now trying to do what Lotus did last game, force overtime, or at least be in position to. Bull Send ended it with that buzzer beater. Haberkamper to the Bull Send corner. Dino clearing it out. Firefox is there. Renan with the backflip. He can't follow that up. He'll have to concede.
Still an awkward ball, though, for Bolson. They weren't ready quite for that bounce, and pressure applied. Dino just able to get enough of the car on it to pop it straight back up. And Bolson avoided the master. Beautiful fake from Dino! And no, it's not in the net. Firefox able to somehow keep it clear, and Bolson denied a wonderful equalizer.
Never giving up on the play. We'll see if Bolson has more 0-second magic in him. Dino off the backboard. Stokely denied. Renan just lets it touch. And Lotus hang on for the win. What a game.
That'll get the blood pumping for sure. I do not know how Firefox kept that ball out of the net.
I need to see a replay of that. Or, you know, because it's from the cam angle that we had.
I thought they were done.
It looked like Dino had a clear path to the ball. It also looked like someone else was trying to bump or demo I think it was Haberkamper, or was it Firefox who was racing back? And that save on the goal line, I don't even know how that happens. If you're Dino, maybe you just let that ball slide off your hood and flip into it.
I mean, who knows in the moment? You're just kind of trying to figure it out, but this is that long clear down and just stolen away here by Com. Beautiful effort. And Dino just couldn't reach this one. So close for Stokely, and smart play from Renan. If he touches that, makes it a little dangerous. Was thinking about the passes. They're going to be ready for it. Falls right down.
Wow. But an exciting series, I would say, so far.
To say the least. I mean, it's been a lot closer there. And it's been quite a fun one to watch because Bolson have really forced Lotus to try and command the boost and dodge some demos and force them to play the type of game that Bolson want to play. And Lotus have done an excellent job hanging on under some extreme pressure from all this demo and boost control.
And they're taking advantage of every misstep.
Absolutely.
You know, we saw some teams today who've had opportunities that they couldn't put away. Lotus, you know, they went through a long period of time where they were just on defense.
Yeah.
Held off the barrage, go down the field and score. So Lotus, I'm loving the calmness that they're displaying for us. Renan. Just going to wait. Haberkamper using up all his boost there. Dino getting taken out in the air. Getting a taste of his own medicine, I would say.
It's a bit of a free ball for Lotus right there, and they kind of squandered it. Renan really not able to bring it all the way down, but a welcome pinch challenge will force Bolson off of the orange half. And now it's Lotus who might be able to get some pressure set up here in the midfield.
And Com got that bump on the turning Lotus player who was going to try to keep that ball in. Renan, no boost. Popped up. Com is going to set it down. Firefox gets challenged by Dino. Ball to the corner. Big clear from Renan. Tom, just with the touch.
Support and recognition. Such an important thing for Bolson. Like from that touch from Com when he's floating back towards his own half, you got to realize that as a teammate, you got to be ready to go and help Com because that's going to fall right down into the waiting arms of the attacking players. So great recognition from Bolson to go and help out in what could have been a bad spot.
And now that's where communication will help as well. Com perhaps letting his teammates know he's not going to get a great hit. Call for backup. The flick pass to the middle. Haberkamper can't get it, but Firefox on the other end of his own pass and he'll put Lotus on the board.
A nice slow play down into the corner. Com definitely expecting a cut much sooner. Gives up that space, and Firefox cut it right back into the middle. And a bit of a missed opportunity, but great recovery effort to get the second touch and just pop it right into the net. Well done, Firefox.
Lotus, the team from South America, coming out.
Fun to watch.
Just about 3 minutes away from taking down the WGN champs and moving on to day 2 of DreamHack Montreal. And if they keep playing like they have, they're sure to do it. It might be a little exciting near the end, but
Because it have definitely been some of the funnest under 30-second games of Rocket League we've seen today, no doubt.
Firefox denying the backboard pass from Stokely. Haberkamper and Renan getting the clear downfield. Dino, flick pass. Renan can't get to it. Stokely off the backboard. Where's Com? Ooh, just waiting at the midfield. He'll turn on it now.
Got to question that cautious approach in the midfield. The high pressure game is really what's netted Bolsend a lot of their opportunities, so got to wonder if they want to keep trying to stick to it, but Lotus has shown they can handle that, so maybe they just want to try and draw Lotus out, maybe make a mistake of a clear, something like that, but still not enough for Bolsend to find the back. Here's a chance right down into the middle and an easy save.
And a dunk there from Firefox will send it back. Low on boost yet again. And a miss there from Renan. Kind of stuck out in no man's land. As Bolsend start to attack the pinch. And Dino gets credit for this one. But look at the speed this one kicks out from the challenge.
Great pressure from Stokely just to go for the challenge, and Renan just doesn't make the proper read on the ball. A little too much speed behind it, a little too much behind the ball, and a better challenge angle from Dinos. Just smashed right into the middle of the net on the challenge.
Sometimes things just go your way. That pinch goal. And now center ball. Bolsend doing what we've seen them do before, which is just put on an all-out press. But can they get the goal out of it? Lotus's defense has been unrelenting. Dino,
they catch him.
Towards net, it sneaks in under the crossbar, and Bolsend will take the lead.
I think they caught Lotus out trying to grab some boost. Push across, Haberkamper late to the ball. And definitely one out in the corner there, just couldn't make it back in time. Dino again, all series long, wherever he needs to be. He's either making great challenges, demoing people, taking strong shots.
Off the kickoff, Com forced to make the save. Firefox the shot.
Oh my goodness.
Down.
Firefox just rips another strong shot. That's 3 in a row for him now for Lotus. And just picture perfect placement. You can't do anything if you're Com coming back on the corner there because it's too fast and out of your reach. And now you're back tied up.
If only Leaf was here, could have called that the bar down ski.
The bar down ski.
So we're in the final minute of game 4. Lotus tying it up off that beautiful crossbar down shot. One more could send them through to tomorrow. But Bolsend trying to stay alive. Com in the corner. Ball kicks out to Dino. Dino with the flick. Stopped by Firefox. Firefox, no boost. Stokely passed one. Renan's last.
Renan doing an excellent job buying time. He knows he doesn't have to jump for that. Great job reading distances, knowing that there's no real danger in that approach from Bolsend. Just let the ball come down, take it into the corner, make sure your teammates have time to get back. And then again, that's the calm, cool, collected defense that Lotus have had to play against Bolsend because it has been just a ton of pressure.
Final 10 seconds. Dino popping it up. Haberkamper to the sidewall. Firefox is there, floating out. Haberkamper going for the pass. And we hit it down. We've got overtime in game 4.
Another overtime, second one in the series. Lotus came out with a W in game 1. Can they do it again and close it here? Yes, they can. Firefox stop the kickoff, and that's the pop-off.
The double tap off the kickoff. Firefox with with that goal sends Lotus to day 2.
A banger of a shot for Firefox. 4 straight. A hat trick in game 4 to close it out. And a bit of frustration for Bolson. They know they played a good series, but they were just too tough a nut to crack on defense.
But what an exciting series that was.
Fun. It really was. I loved seeing the hyper-aggression from Bolson, the great solid defense from Lotus required, and taking advantage of a couple of those mistakes from Bolson side of things that Lotus were able to capitalize on it. It's some of the most thrilling day 1 late game Rocket League we've seen.
So an exciting series, some fun goals, but Lotus, they're the ones who take it. They'll be moving on to day 2. We're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we have more Rocket League here at DreamHack Montreal. Stay tuned.